So let's talk a little bit about the right solution. What can we add to this picture? Because again, most of it is really good to provision systems quickly and make the timeline look like this. So the answer is what we call model-driven automation. That means not driving from images, not driving from scripts. It means driving from models. So what's a model? A model is a very lightweight object that we call a blueprint here at RPath. It resides in a database, and it ties together all the artifacts that belong in a particular system. These artifacts are stored in the model-driven repository. The blueprint ties them together. And instead of doing all this repetitive work, you need to fix one problem on an image. There's probably 40 images that have the same problem. You've got to fix them one at a time. In the repository, you can just put in the correct patch or add another patch, and all the blueprints using that patch can be updated automatically. It's very fast, it's lightweight. You don't have to move around terabytes of data just to fix a bug, right? So this is the right place to do a lot of this change management and standing up new applications that you want to deliver. So there's two big use cases for any application solutions: provisioning and update. What RPath can do is start with a blueprint, a complete model for how a system is supposed to look, and dynamically generate an image. Like you push a button, and a while later, one of these 40 gigabyte images pops out of the other end of the pipeline. It has all this software baked into it from day one. You don't have to validate it. It's just there. And then the wonderful virtualization infrastructure can stand that image up in the virtual data center very, very quickly. So it's best of both worlds. We have the flexibility of a model. We're still leveraging fast deployment that comes from images. But you don't have to maintain this huge provision of images anymore. You just keep the ones you're using on a day-to-day basis, because you can always regenerate them. You could delete all your images. Who cares? You can always regenerate them from the blueprint. We also use blueprints to drive updates. So these blueprints have a lifecycle attached to it, which means we finally have something that IT has wanted forever, which is I want to take blueprint version 1 through my lifecycle from development to test to production. Everybody has life cycles for their apps and life cycles for their middleware stacks and life cycles for their OS patch level. But until you have a single blueprint for the whole system, it's completely impossible to have a real life cycle for whole systems. You can try, but these systems drift when they go from one stage to another because it's a living, breathing system. By the time it gets into production, it's rarely what actually got put into development. But these blueprints are frozen in time because they're versioned objects, and that means you really can put them through a lifecycle. So we can lifecycle manage these things, and we can look at the difference between two blueprints to automatically update systems in production. So to sum up, this is the way the private cloud should look, and it's so different that we call it something different. We call it the application cloud. If you don't have this, it's what we call an infrastructure cloud. Because again, it's fantastic at infrastructure, but it's not actually helping you with your application problem. An application cloud adds real application automation, model-driven automation, and it finally stops IT from being a bottleneck, because finally applications can get delivered and kept up to date just as fast as the infrastructure is. So that is what we call the application cloud at RPath. It is available today from our partners who are using our technology, both cloud technology vendors and cloud service providers. And this old world of great infrastructure, bad applications, it's going to be a distant memory. This is where IT is going.